This. Hello, I haven't hit a button. This. Hello, I haven't hit a button. Okay, well, that's the. No wonder. All right. This. Hello, I haven't hit a button. Okay. All right. So if you could now hear me, and you probably should be able to, feel free to go to the YouTube channel where I can converse. I don't have a overlay set up for everything. Um, I thought I was talking to you, and dopey me hadn't hit all the buttons. This is the first time I've ever done this, and you got to start somewhere, folks. So, welcome to it. I see I've got 15 people on Twitter. Thank you so much for joining in. This is my June 6th game. You've been watching me play it on mute because brilliant. Um, so, I'm going to give you a little briefing on what's happening by getting you back into the. Okay, so Paracosmic Convergence is my RPG. It works just as well as a light miniatures system as well, which is what I'm using it for because I had a player that was playing with me last night and she can't play anymore. So I kind of got left in the lurch as far as playing the RPG version of it. But there was supposed to be an RPG portion to this game. So we played in front of Utah or in back of Utah Beach as 101st Airborne last couple of nights. Tonight I wanted to take it to the beaches and do a little bit of Omaha. So I chose this map. It's really the only beach map that I can find on Tabletop Simulator. There's two versions of it. I don't really see a big difference between the two, but I went with this one. So it isn't all to scale, as some people might quickly point out if you're a detailed aficionado. It's close enough for horseshoes and hand grenades and just screwing around. So I choose Tabletop Simulator because it's cheap and it is appropriately named. It absolutely is a simulator of a tabletop, including the gravity that sometimes keeps you from standing your soldiers up straight if they don't have bases. So, but I just prefer it over any of the other VTTs because it does allow for miniature wargaming. So I just threw this together tonight because I thought, well, I don't have anybody to play with, but I've never let that hinder me in the past. So I just thought I'd do it anyway. So as you were watching me mess around, and I thought I was explaining things to you, let's just keep going and just go through it again. So I use a quick and dirty version of this. Well, sometimes they don't behave right, but what I do is you've got machine guns in the bunkers, 2 per bunker. They get 3 shots apiece. I use this little chart that I made up for combat. Well, let's roll them first. Take a burst. So that one's going to go flying. All righty. Anyway. Yep, including things falling off the table, it's all there. 19. 19 and 6. Wow, these dice are almost loaded. So at the machine gun, MG42, 43, I just put them together. I understand they're different guns and they do have somewhat of a different profile, but I just want to keep things basic and just good enough. So anything below a 4 is a miss. Why is it so hard to miss? Because you're putting out an ungodly amount of fire. And if you're undercover, modifiers can can help you evade being hit, things like that. Or if you're behind hardcover, that'll change things. But in general, if you're just standing in the open and you take a burst from this thing at a relatively close distance, it's almost ridiculous not to get hit by something. So the higher the score, the harder the hit. So these colored columns show the different hits. Let's go back one page so you can see. There. So minor, and then there's moderate, severe, and dead. So green, not so bad. Yellow, kind of bad. Red, really bad. Black, your day's ruined. So anything 16 plus means you've been hit more than once, likely. But I just roll for one location. I just do the location part because it gives the DM or game master something to work with. Being hit in the neck, just a little extra narrative. So, we lose 3 guys here. Oh, I put them. I was playing around with all the different types of poses. So actually being prone would change things a little bit. But let's just take this guy as an example. All right. Oh, one didn't make it. So one was hit in the neck and one was, what was the other one hit? Well, it doesn't matter. They were both pretty much dead. So, the LT. So I even had a corpse. Let's see. A little bit macabre, but there we go. I guess I'm there. All righty. So it's just as simple as that. Now, if you can, let's see where we're at with people's. Am I boring the hell out of you or what? If you work through the wound or live through the wound, hey, cool. You have a saving throw to make. So I use one saving throw, mark 13 or better, but that can be changed through modifiers. I know a lot of people don't like modifiers, but there's a lot of people that don't like a lot of things. I can hand a golden brick to a gamer and so they'll find a way to complain. But I like the old school 1970s thing. That's kind of where I was looking at replicating with this game. It's the kind of stuff I played then. Basic rules that all kind of revolved around that. Your percentage chance to hit or some mechanism to hit modified by your conditions. I find that much simpler. Now, in the game, what I've done is I've given a list of modifiers that's relatively extensive. But hear me out. Wait, hold, don't. Some people go, wow, too much. You can pick and choose. There's nothing in the rules. In fact, I say so in the rules as a point of advice. What you think should factor in, you use. And the rest, feel free to just ignore. And if you go, well, that's really not enough detail, or we want this factor in this time because insert whatever reasons, you can use it as a modular system as far as what you want to account for in the variables. But I've put in the book, in the rule book, it's big, so that you have everything I can think of. the kitchen sink, as it were. That doesn't mean you have to use them all. So, but that system works better for me, and it's what I wanted to convey to a player. Just that old school, no fancy gimmicks, just get down right into it. So, and it works for everything. It's not just gunfire. Have the same system for swinging blades, shooting arrows, spears, whatever have you. Magic, that's got its own combat system, which is slightly different. So, psionics, that's coming in a supplement, because it's, it's apropos in certain genres, but not everybody likes to mess with it. I wanted a system that could go anywhere as far as genre, westerns, sci-fi, whatever, a one-stop shop, as it were. So, and the ability to mix them and match them. In the RPG, there's dimensional doors everywhere. Not everywhere, but every place has at least one, or should, that can take you to a different world. So the medieval knight may wander through one of these and find himself, on the battlefields of World War I or II or something like that. But here it's the 80th anniversary of Normandy, and I'm just hitting the beach. So 6 guys at a time, 6 rounds of unloading. There's 36 men to one of these landing craft. So that's really where we're going with it. And they have to just see if there's enough of them to get anywhere. And I'm kind of being loosey-goosey with the measurement. If you've never seen measurement done here, I'll do it for you, just so you can get the vibe of it. You can set these things when you have the right menu here. You can set to measure movement. So now they have their own tape measure included, right like that. And that's how you can get them to move. And you can set that to inches, centimeters, or to the grid, so that they can be used with spaces, like Candyland or something like that. Anybody got anything, questions, comments, criticisms in the Twitter? Anybody saying anything? I don't want to miss anybody's conversation here. See if I can get this thing to here we go. Hi. I don't know who's watching, but I'm not hearing anybody. I wonder if this will let me have it. Again, I'm new to this. Oh, it lets me see everything. So I'm just kind of getting my sea legs, as it were, on the streaming. I hope I'm not... I'll get there. Like I say, there's a first time for everything with everybody. So have a little patience. Ooh, teetering. So let's just deploy them. All right. So we've had 4 shots. So this bunker. Okay, we've got 1 more bunker. 2 more bunkers. Okay. Let's do this. That's good enough. Somebody got something to say? No? Oh, epic fail. Well, it's a good simulator, but it won't make you crawl under the table to look for something you've dropped. Very nice. Okay, so that wasn't very good. So 2 misses and 9. So where's that 10-sider? All right. 3. So a minor wound to the leg. Bang, bong, boom. Let's get this guy. Oh, well, he's already down, so we'll just call him then. Oh, wait, what am I doing? Wonder if the, oh yeah, leg. All righty. He doesn't make the saving throw. He stays down and he's bleeding. So anyway, everybody's welcome to try this. You can find me at Stormcaller CPG on Tabletop Simulator on Steam. Go ahead and shoot me a message should you want to join in and play. We can hook you up with the system if you like what you're seeing. So let me know. I'm sorry to break up the action so often. I just feel like I'm neglecting people if I don't check the thing, and I don't know how to set it up so I can look at everybody at the same time. All right, but anyway, we'll keep on going. So probably the only drawback, and it can be fixed. In fact, let me show you this objects. I can make this go even a little bit faster if I use a dice tower. Instead of having to there we go. There we are. Yeah, it's Star Wars, but okay. Now we won't have to spin around so much. All righty. $10, $19, and a 3 or 2. All right. So we have 1 dead. Put him back on the boat. I think that's probably the best way to signify he's dead. But I do like to use the let's get a stack of the dead people. Just do it that way. Okay. Another one is wounded, and one is a miss. All right. Just find the 10-sider here. Make this go a little faster. See, this I made on my own. Oh. And I imported it in. Oh, he got a shot in the unmentionables. So, needless to say, he's dazed. Okay, I guess I got to zoom out for that. All right, so he took one in the huevos. Okay. I don't like this either. I'm going to trade this in for a tray. There we go. That's better. Okay. Oh, and they bounce right out. Well, whatever. 14, 4. Okay. So 2 major wounds and 1 minor wound. 8. Right in the chest with the minor wound. Okay. 10, major wound head. 5. 1 in the hands. So if you lose something like your hands or you get hit in the hands, that will affect your ability to use a weapon, things like that. So, oh, I cloned the one I wrote in. Lovely. Nice spelling, Chief. All right. So that's how you do that. It just flows from there. do, 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 do. No speaky from anybody. Okay. All righty. Oh, I keep forgetting I don't have to do this. I can go right here. All right. Wonder why I can't post. Read post. Twitter. Oh, okay. Interesting. All righty. Okay, so that's that. I see. 10, 18, 15, 7. All right. So that behavior is from this board. Good to know. So that's not going, oh, I'm sorry, I'm not supposed to be silent. That's not going to work. Something about the way that he's uh, Barry, the creator, some effect from constructing this. If you see, this is several things put together. See the legs of the table? All that stuff that spills over somehow is creating this odd effect where dumping things into, same with this trench work. I'll show you that in a minute. Anyway, um, see somebody watching, feel free to speak up. Ask any questions, have any conversations. Would be great. Can I hide this? Great. Okay. Oh, I probably should have. Well, it's too late for that. There were sound effects that came with this, but I turned them off. Alrighty. Shit at that point. Okay. All right. So troops get to move. Trying to make their way up the beach. All right. Whoops. The dice are for marking how many sets of 6 have disembarked. They disembark in sets of 6. So it appears that somebody really stretched this thing to its limit in creating this. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4. 6. Okay. I'm conservatively measuring because I know there's a little slop in the measuring stick. So I don't want to, all these guys don't even get to move. Dummy. That's what you get when you start late at night. I'm in Central Standard Time, so it's a little late for me. Yeah. So would this be considered an RPG at this point? Obviously not. It's just a miniatures game for now. It's just for fun. I'm just dorking around. But you could, I have added an RPG element to it. So right now, I'm just moving things. Um, a lot of men, but I kind of wanted that epic, the longest day kind of vibe. There we go. Well, that was interesting. What helps if you hit the right button? The the quarter is just kind of for reference, but if I'm quick enough, it isn't really strictly necessary. I can also just kind of start with that. Oh, doesn't work if you. That's supposed to work at all. Huh. I don't know what he did to this map, but I think it, whatever it was, to achieve all these slants, this kind of stuff, the one drawback to the system as far as miniatures is making hills is pretty difficult. So I don't know how he did it, but it appears that he kind of did a little. Barry's very helpful. Seems to be quite talented. I'm not really criticizing because I can't make these models at all. But to be fair to me, it does appear to be creating some sort of anomaly in the way that it behaves. That's all. Just saying. So, yes, it's a third of your regular move if you are low crawling. So, down to 2 for the low crawl. I was just putting those guys out there again because I was kind of playing toy soldiers. But when I saw so many people were watching, I said, oh, you better do something with the game that's gamey. So that's what I intend to do. He's not. There we go. Oops. They're so small sometimes. All righty. There we go. Somebody missed the cue, which would be me. Lovely. Hear that noise? Not quite sure why that's behaving that way. What I learned, because I am so illiterate when it comes to 3D and all this stuff, modeling, is that there's a thing called a collision collider, something like that. And that it's sometimes people don't, really hinky, don't spend the time to make that barrier fit the model properly. And it can cause that kind of issue. So that's what I've heard. So, but it's a fun little system. It's the rest of it beyond the combat is like there are skill checks, very similar to D6 West End games, 5, 10, 15, 20, easy, moderate, hard, heroic. There's, like I said, a saving throw, but not you can have a bonus to poison, but there isn't like 5 saving throw categories like D&D where it savors this, savors that. No, it's just one, base 13, but you may be more resistant to poison than fear, so you'll get a bonus when you save versus poison, something like that. I didn't want to have a ton of stats. Oh, the other thing, attributes for the RPG. You either have them or you don't. You have between 3 or 5. You get to pick one, and you randomly generate the rest. And they give you a bonus to a certain category of, like, there's toughness, which and strength. So if you take body, you get bonuses to toughness and strength skills. Strength skills are lifting and moving objects. Toughness is tolerating damage, stuff like that. So very skill-based RPG, and it is connected to, it can be used for skirmish combat. It does have a mass combat game that I'm making for it. So Antiqua Bellum is the name of that, and the fantasy version is Antiqua Bellum Magicum or Magica. I forget how to pronounce it. My Latin is for the sheet skis, but anyway, it's Latin for fantasy battles or magic fantasy battles. So, wow, these little undulations are just ridiculous. Just for the sake of sanity. Heavens. See, it's a simulator, gravity and everything. So whatever's going on with this cork board looking, it ain't working. So whatever. Maybe maybe I picked the wrong version. There's a second version of this, and maybe it refines those issues. So I might have goofed there. But that's all right. I ain't going back now. That would just give them a generous leap. Just going to wing it from here because it's kind of slow. All right. So on we go. I gave up on the dice tower because it ended up being more fuss than it was worth, and this works for holding the dice in better. All right, not such a good shot this time. Dun, 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 dun. All right, and then the wounded fella. 18 passes. The hell is that about? Weird how this is acting. Okay, 5. Mm-hmm. All righty. He got one in the hand, this guy here. Oh, let's try this new one. Right there. Hitting the hand badly. So he's going to lose use of it. Won't be able to fire his rifle. So at this point, I'll show you about the mortar. I don't know what happened here. That's messy. We don't have one in this outfit. All righty. I have to get one. So this is another interesting thing. Being able to store all this stuff and pull it out from your little toy chest. Except for your spelling, which you can't do, you dope. So do we have? We do, but it looks like they have an M2. But all right. I do want to have a go at this if it works. Hey, we're going to play with that. Okay. Oh, so you can, you know, this is another great aspect of this thing. I don't know; those are pretty old, so they may not work. But you can add in special effects, and that really is pretty cool. Wow, V2 rocket and everything. Mm, well, I don't think that's a German mortar, but I could be wrong. Can't really see it. Hmm. Well, okay. I don't think I have crews, but we'll go looking for them later if we need them. Okay. So just let's try this for a second. Hmm. That doesn't look like it works. Now, scripting, place these where you like and detonate by pressing scripting button number 3. Okay. Work in progress. Oh, I don't know anything about scripting buttons, so let's find out where that is. So we'll just experiment. I don't know. I'm going to try. Alright. Tabletop simulator scripting button location. Okay, I don't really get a. I don't know. All right, you'll have to bear with me. I want to try this. Okay. Nope. Nothing. All right. No joy. Yeah. These are not working. Oh well. But after screwing around with that a little bit, the point was I wanted to bring in. Uh, I wanted to bring in artillery effects. Hmm. So, you've HE is a saving throw in of itself. So uh, you have to make a throw versus saving throw, and it's a little different than every other one in that you have to beat it by a set amount. Like the more shrapnel an HE shell puts out, the more you have to beat 13. Like, it gives you a negative modifier based on its lethality. So it ends up, some people are like, well, anyway, I'll show you. But you have to spot and everything too. Boy, guys, I'm sorry. I'm tired. I didn't really expect to be doing a lot of this tonight. I'll keep going as long as people are looking. I don't want to kill off the vibe, but pardon me if I sound like my ass is dragging just a little bit. Because it kind of is. Let's see if people are still looking. Yep, still got people watching. Wow. Okay, so HE works this way. The skill check, you have a spotter. It makes a skill check to give in the coordinates. Of course, he or she has to have line of sight, has to be able to see the spot. And then radios in, or uses semaphore if you want. But then if you use semaphore, then you have to have line of sight to the spotter. Not the target, but the spotter. Or you can use some sort of radio or other communication. And there's a skill check for that as well. So basically any non-combat thing you're doing in these war games there's some sort of skill check for it, typically. So you have an observer in here. Let's just put them in this one. This one. The arrow won't. If I zoomed in, you could see the arrow, whatever. Anyway. Okay. So all right, something like this here. Didn't pass. So wow, I didn't know you could do that. See, even after all this time, I still learned shit. I only wanted one, but I held down both mouse buttons and it made that happen. Okay. So what was it? Boy, I'm so lacking in caffeine. 5. Deviation. There. Let's check this thing out. Wow. Okay, so that's the deviation of the spotting round. So you have to spend the next round adjusting to get it to where you want, wherever that is. Okay. And we'll fire the machine guns here. Come on, why is it doing that? Okay. 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 Oh, wait. So more people being gunned down by these machine guns. All right. So there's a -3 for the prone targets. 18. Two minor or three minors because the okay, -3, 16, -3, 14, and a miss. See how this works? Ah, I hate it when it does that. For some reason, okay, I'm going to find a different marker. All right, so they're laying on top of one another or close to one another instead of directly on top of each other because for some reason, checkers are set up to be containers of one another. It doesn't make any sense, but I don't know. Must be a glitch. So I'll find a better marker. But just means they've been wounded twice, two different locations. Alrighty. More shots from the bunkers. This really is a lot funner with somebody else, I gotta tell you. I've never been a big solo gamer, solo gamer fan, but Anyway. So there's one miss. Oh, wait. These guys are standing up, right? Okay, so one dead, one wounded, one miss. Hey, it bounces, but I can play quarters. All righty. Two more go down. Okie dokie. Just a mortar pit? No, it's supposed to be, though. All right. Next thing I'm going to do, more markers. See if these things will stay or if they're going to go right in there. Okay. Tell you what, let's do better. That way, we know who's fired. There. All right. Any questions, comments, greetings, salutations? Hello. Is there anybody out there? I'd sure love to have a chat. Anybody got anything to say on the Twitters? Hmm. See if we can get somebody in here who wants to be chatty. All right. Off we go. More shooting. One dead, 2 wounded. um, the wounds are only cumulative if they hit in the same spot, by the way. 2 hits and a miss. Mm-hmm. Well, that's weird. Hmm. All righty. How's it going? Anybody got anything else to say? Sure is non-chatty little situation here. Okay, we get a miss at 2. Well, that was a hit. I don't know why I can flick that thing like a... And the final. I didn't launch that last die into the stratosphere. One wound, 1 death, 1 miss. Okay. So that's it. Now, granted, this would do better with a few more people. Like I said, I didn't want to get uh, grandiose because of the occasion, but a multiplayer scenario this would be in reality. So you have to give me a second. I'm sorry, but old man bladder. Excuse me. Okay, sorry about that, but I had to go. Where were we? Okay, it was move again. So it's a move and shoot turn sequence. I don't really like having a turn. I'm going to put one in because there's too many people that have gone, oh, you got to have that, you got to have it. Nobody will know where to go. I just prefer more of an action based thing where this is what you can do in your turn. Choose whatever you want, move, shoot, commit this action, whatever. But um, I'll add in an optional sequence. Continue to ask, is there anybody that has anything to say out of those watching? Oh, hello. I got somebody to watch. Hi. Sorry you caught me when I had to go to a break. I hope you're still here. I'm playing my little new Paris Cosmic Convergence game. Can I speak to you on this thing? Hello. Oh, that was it, man. See, I don't see everything. That's stupid. Oh well. Um, Still trying to figure it all out. Looks like I lost somebody about 30 minutes ago. So that's first order of business is getting, I don't know, more than one. Yeah, more than one screen. I don't have more than one screen right now. Okay. So, and I can't watch everybody at the same time. I don't know if I can even make this screen. I wonder. Let's see how I get this to. Hmm. I can't, can I play from this perspective? Not really. Okay. Uh, hmm. Oh, there we go. All right, now I've got Twitch up. Hmm. Out there. Uh, mhm. Well, someday we'll have to figure out how that works too. Yep. Anyway, sure wish that I could. Well, I don't know. I guess I'm the only one watching. Hey. Well, anyway, I was looking for ways to do. That seems to be causing a trouble. Okay, there we go. All right, next turn. Time for more movement. Now, those, I'm going to do this. I don't know why it's behaving like that. Okay, so what I'm doing is I'm rolling for location for all the wounded people. And because it matters. It really, folks that say, well, it doesn't really matter. I think it does. Okay, that sure is becoming a pain. So we've got 3. So this fella has got a wound in the legs. Okay. Okay. I skipped past this. Because again, it's that damn, I'm not doing that anymore. Screw that thing. If I knock stuff over, I knock stuff over. Okay, he's got it in the chest. All right. Okay. So oh, my ass is old. Okay. So the wounds, he's in the legs. Now, he's going to go down. I'm not changing everything out to prone. That's too much. But he's down, but he can potentially get back up in one round and move at 1/3 pace. He's got it in the chest. He's down. He's not dead yet, but he's definitely got the wind knocked out of him. This guy's got it in the head. He's at least partially blinded. So he's not going anywhere. and this fella's got it in the knee. So that's it. No more movie for him. He's down. He's static. So that's the combat effects. This guy's got it in the hand, so he can move, but his shooting is going to be at a -2. It was severe. I don't think I've got, okay, I just rolled minor because I'm stupid. Minor what? So let's find out. That wasn't a roll, that was a placement. Oh, heavens. I don't know why it's doing that. It might be me in the way I use my die. Just keep going here, even though. All right, 4. I should make this bigger too, without bowling things over. Okay, 4. 4 is in the hoo-ha. Okay, he fails. So he's down. And bleeding. All right. Okay. Mr. Typist. All right. Ugh. Is there really anybody? I mean, I don't understand why there's people on Twitter, but they ain't saying nothing. And they're going up in views. Wow. Thanks, guys. But feel free to speak up. Say hi. I don't have chat overlays because I wasn't thinking. I tell you, to be honest, I didn't think anybody was going to see this because I've been convinced I'm heavily suppressed. So, first time doing this ever with the multi-stream, and I don't have all the little overlays set up. So, always think positive. Always prepare for. I think I've been allowed myself to be jaded about these things because I haven't had much luck on them. But the views are steadily going up, which is interesting. So, though I'm not getting any communication with anybody, which is odd. So what I'm doing is I'm checking what I should have done with every shot, but this is an optional thing, and I'm going to just show it because I think it's kind of interesting. Is to show where the bullet hit. Now, the groin thing. I got a lot of people. Well, I shouldn't say I got a lot of people. I got a lot of guff from somebody that was helping me in my business ventures, and she was of the mind that it was going to produce negativity, that people would uh, shun you for that. And I said, well, here's the thing. First of all, uh, it it rounds out the locations to an even 10. Second of all, it's as legitimate a place to get a wound as anybody. I knew a dude. And groin doesn't necessarily mean the twigs and berries, but it certainly can. And everybody goes, well, you don't want to be Beavis and Butthead. Well, it's not. I mean, look, man, I'll still laugh at a Bugs Bunny cartoon, a Tom and Jerry cartoon, a fart in the wrong place, and somebody that gets kicked into huevos in a comedic manner. Is that immature? Maybe. Don't give a shit. But it's really not about that. Like I said, it's just we aren't Ken dolls. So, and it isn't just about dudes. So you can get hit there, and it will incapacitate you, um, both physically and mentally if you're a dude. So, and it, I also have brawling in this system and bar fights. You know, there's pugilism, which is kind of more a boxing, honor type of physical combat, and then there's brawling, which is just that, a drunken, you know, bar brawl or some other form of, less than civilized, and biting and kicking somebody, in the sore spot. That's all part of fighting dirty, which is an option. So that's why that location exists. Just so everybody's. But I kept hearing, you're going to get called a child or a man child, or people are going to be offended. Here's the thing, some people are going to be offended no matter what you do. So you might as well just do what comes as a good idea, So, um, that's all. Okay, so that time it stacked, but the other time it didn't stack. So that's confusing. Oh, of course, now I won't. All right, well, there. Oh, you dirty. That's one of those instances of collider issues. Anyway. So anyway. This is one of those. There we go. Kind of one of those. All right. Well, that wasn't good. So anyway, I do like the system. I apologize if it seems like it's a little bit dull and moving slowly here. The thing is, I'm learning all of this all at once, and all of this is all the streaming stuff. It's well, and I hate being called boomer and all that dumb crap, but okay. So here's the thing. I got 2 hits in the leg on this fella. Now, what leg? Who knows? I didn't want to get into that. I originally I had a schematic thing where it was a silhouette of a body, and there was a number attached to each thing. I know there's other RPGs that have used that in the past, and I like it. But I got, God almighty, people, oh, it takes too long, and I can't see why, but everybody panned it. And I thought, well, you know what? It's less work for me. I'm not giving up the body location. I don't believe that it's a bad thing to have the body location. So, and some people said, no, it's not. Just put it in a chart. Don't make it one of those things that are annoying. Okay. So I did. So there's no left or right leg. So I guess that'd be something that the DM could come up with if you want to make that distinction. It does make a difference. But if you get two wounds in the exact same location, same leg, same hand, the chest, whatever, it upgrades the wound, which is bad for you. So it goes from a minor flesh wound to a more significant issue, a moderate or wound. So that's what happens with that. And if the dice are really consistent enough to give you 3, then yeah, it keeps going. That one more. I don't know why I put left on. Oh, because I did it one time. Okay, so but if it's an extremity, it won't ever kill you unless you bleed out. So, but if it's head or chest, then that's different. It can't keep going till you're dead. All righty. All right. Jesus can't. I use the. Okay. Well. All right. So anyway, try something here. Excuse me one more second. Well, I don't have to excuse me. I can just go. Oh. Okay. Little concerned about the heat. Just want to take a look at that. Oh, lovely. I don't think this thing's going to tell me. Some other time. Ooh. Okay. All right. Now that I kind of got the position settled, get back into this. Sorry for the languishing delay here. All right. Again, the movement is 6, but I think it's more fair and real, to go a little less than a little more. But also you want to see something come to a conclusion here, so maybe flubbing it a little bit is, it's not like it's fudging dice, right? Wow. All right. So just see how many, if anybody, can make it to the seawall and what to do from there. So if they live, they can run cover for the engineers that should be coming with the Bangalore torpedoes. Okay, so the guy with a hand can keep moving with a hand moon. That doesn't hinder, but he does have to roll for bleed. Oh, heavens. Something about those boxes started. Okay, 15. He made it. So he wrapped his hand in something, his coat jacket or whatever. So that's how death works, is typically you'll bleed out or take a as far as regular weaponry go, or take a hit so hard or so lethal that it just kills you outright. So so it's, people go, well, what about heroes? Now, what'll happen is your resistance to such things will increase. So, like your saving throws. So, I don't want to make a bunch of different rules for all sorts of exceptions. So, guys like, I mean, if you wanted to do superheroes, you might have to maybe add some things in. But like, if you were going to do like say Superman was out here, just for the hell of it, that's, oh, you shot at Superman. Okay, well, that's nice. There's no need to roll. There's no, it just go pew, make the ricochet sound that I can't make. I don't need a bunch of new rules for that. Just go, Superman is immune to bullets. And then that would be it, instead of, but if you wanted to do, like, I know some people are like, I want to play the hero. I want to be the guy that can slaughter 15 regular dudes in an action scene, even though it's unrealistic or whatever. Well, then you just, again, you make that bleeding thing give him a tremendous bonus to that. I mean, have you ever seen like Die Hard, the original? You know, he's just he's bleeding everywhere, and it really isn't affecting him any. Um, he would be an example of somebody who's just been able to, was given a really high um, threshold for saving throws against bleed. Speaking of which, this dude has passed out. He was hit in the head and it didn't kill him, but he's bleeding badly. It's made him, go into shock. He's gone unconscious. So that happens. So if we go back here, I'll show you this is how it works. Actually, it's bigger if I don't hit that button. So there it is. I forgot. Had column cut off. Column cut off. Is there still people? A column cut off. Well, that's embarrassing. But anyway, it's supposed to show. I can't believe there's this many people watching. It's supposed to show minor, moderate, serious death. Minor, moderate, serious death. As to what happens. So when you see a bleed -3, that means you have to pass a saving throw with a -3 multiplier. Or you bleed out. It happens really fast. So you bleed out, you pass out. And then you have to be treated and stabilized, or you will bleed out in the next round. So if you fail again, so you actually have you have two. If you fail twice in a row at the minus, you're dead. Once, you're passed out. So there you go. Yes, it makes it extremely lethal. But I do that for a reason. First of all, for situations like this, where I'm going to change these guys out. Or being snapped is a pretty pretty regular thing and can be real fast. So I also do it because it's my way of getting rid of the murder hobo. If a lucky shot from even a weaker character might permanently maim you or even possibly kill you, then all right, he's getting an extra, well, I'll put him back. But it's for that, to keep people from just slaughtering everything in sight as a murder hobo. You can move with a leg wound, just not very far. So, and if you have two like these guys, then you can't. So I know I said I wanted to err on side of caution, but then I kind of started thinking, this thing isn't behaving well, and people will probably start getting bored. So let's just move along, little doggy, just a little bit. So, and I do like to do this too. Is that West End Games group move thing that they used to do in Star Wars, where it's like, measure from the center of a group and just kind of move everybody around that area just to keep things going a little bit. So I do that. There we go. And I know this is a lot, people, like I played with this girl and she's like, you got to shorten these maps, this long slog, blah, blah, blah. And I get it, but also, like, the point here is there was a lot of opportunity to get gunned down before you made your position. And, this beach was like a death trap. So, you know what I mean? So I'm trying to convey that a little bit. So when the printed product comes out, you'll have markers for the people that want to use the hit location system. That'll be a lot more intuitive, say hand. be better looking markers than just these checker pieces. This is just a, a way to deal with it here quickly and in the situation we have. Even in this game, I could make something. But as I said, this wasn't really, I didn't expect 30 people to be watching me on Twitter. And that's great. I just figured, okay, I'm virtually shadow banned here. So, all righty. This is really, though, a great, I just love being able to play with little miniatures virtually, even when they're frustrating like that. Fine. And there would be ways to, in fact, I can show you this. Objects. Start doing this. Bum, 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 bum. Oh, it's going to be like that about it. This is normally stuff, like I have this one person that used to help me out that would be like, this is normally stuff you should have done before you start your live. And it's not that she's not right, but I didn't even know if the, oh, lovely. Everything's acting very oddly. This is not normally how this system works. It is this map. Annoying. But anyway. Okay. Guess not. I just want to see if I can do this because it is getting a little bit tedious to have all this shit falling down on me all the time. Well, I know grass on beach, but what the fuck? Normally that would so work. Okie dokie. I guess no joy there. Just have to put up with the standing. Well, what the hell? Oh. Anyway, got a real mess here. The only one that I want to fall down, and it won't. Whatever. Jesus. Okay. That guy didn't pass his bleed check and he's dead. All right. What the shit? Okay. Okay, let's see if anybody's got anything to say on Twitter. I don't know if I. Come on. Hmm. Lots of people watching. Not really sure why they aren't talking. Pardon me while I... So, um, if you are interested in talking and you cannot get a message through on Twitter, because it seems like that's a thing, YouTube. I'm on YouTube. Check the Twitter. And you'll see that link for Twitter, and then we can actually converse, which would be nice. Oh, hell with this damn thing. Come on. Ugh. Anybody? I see somebody has joined on uh, YouTube. How's it going? Uh, just kind of dorking around with the tabletop here. Say hi. Questions, comments, criticisms. Anything to say? Please feel free, because I'm running out of things to say. I'm much better with a little bit of talk back and forth, you know. Okay. So there's 36 men in the boat. That's what the... Oh, shit, this again. Um, That's why the dice mark that. Anything? Playing my own game here. Little D-Day. But the lack of convo is a real scorcher. Okay. So I'm letting them off 6 at a time. 6 waves of 6. That's so annoying. Okay, shooting time finally. Nothing in the way of discussion. 16, 14, 16. Two dead. Three wounds. One dude in the legs. Oh, I keep cloning off the. Got to be careful what you're doing. I'm making mistakes. There we go. Boy, Mr. Typist. So he's hitting the chest. One's hitting the legs. Or leg, I should say. He's in the arm. Boy, I don't know. There we go. Okay. See one person on YouTube. Thanks for joining. Anything that you'd like to say? Comment at all? Probably be that Shawner dude. If you're Shawner, you can go fuck yourself. So yeah, there was this guy that was recording everybody's YouTubes and then ripping on them like their YouTube videos, um, for like not role playing games, whatever. And it's another one of these fanatic role players. So had, he had done a couple of my videos in the past. Real sweet dude. So mental problem there. Um, okay. So it's a rough going on the beach here. Lots of wounded with the machine gun fire. Alrighty. More to come. I keep wanting to go over that box. Usually I shake into the box. It's not working on this table. So there we go. So again, they're rolling 3. Um, because they get 3 shots because they're automatics. Oh, for God's sakes. What the fuck? Oh, I know. That's goofy bullshit. So how about now? No? Again, not normal behavior. Something about this custom map. Oh, come on. There we go. Okay. Boy, if you're on Twitter, I don't know how you communicate. Shoot me a PM. Comment below. Maybe there's comments. There are comments below. I turn on comments. How about chat? What does that do? Not really. No. So is there commentary below? No. Well, thanks for the. Hmm. Okay. Oh, now there's commentary. Okay. Oh, lovely. Oh, that's cute. How the. Okay. Ridiculous. I have 5 comments and I can't see a one of them. I hate this app. What a bunch of shit. Anyway, uh, okay. Off we go. Definitely a work in progress. Gents, ladies, gents, theys, thems, she's, hers, his, whatever. They. Okay. Three kills. All right. Taking a. I just got to go get something to drink real quick. Okay. Sorry for the long delay. Let's see if anybody's still with me. Oh, wow. Does this just show the maximum? Hey, is that the total amount of views? Or I looked it up. Twitter video current viewers. Okay. Okay. Hmm. Okay. 41. Well, it claims that I have 35 live viewers, but I can't believe that because I ain't sitting in here doing jack shit. I don't know about that. Why the fuck is it? Okay. Jesus Christ. Excuse me. Okay. Hmm. Hmm. Okay. Well, thanks for watching. I just don't know. All right, guys. I don't know what this means. If you've been watching, I appreciate it. Thanks so much, but I'm gonna call it here. But I'll do this again, see how it goes.